Hello and welcome to part 4 of a video series guide to defeating the Pandaren spirit pet tamers. In the last episode we defeated the flowing Pandaren spirit tamer. In this episode we'll be taking on the thundering Pandaren spirit tamer. Now why am I here at the Shrine of Two Moons for Horde? Because this is a nice place to be to show you where to go to find the thundering spirit tamer. Anyways, from the front of the shrine, you want to fly up to the mountains, I think. Yeah, right here. Huh, funny thing. When I looked at this guy earlier, went up next to this guy earlier, I was on the Veil of Eternal Blossom side. He wouldn't spawn in, but when I moved over to the Kunlai Summit side, he would spawn in. Right. Anyways, the pets I've chosen are going to be 2 rabbits. They can be anything. You can find rabbits anywhere. Or hares. They all have the same abilities. Rabbit. I think they all have the same ability. Well, except for Dark Moon Rabbit, of course. And what about Pup? There is Tolai Hare Pup. That's another one. And what about Kit? Oh, interesting. Kit is actually a word used for a young rabbit, but there are no kit rabbit pets. Anyways. Okay, 2 rabbits. I'm starting out with a rabbit. Going to use Flurry, Dodge, and Burrow. As with the last one as well. Well, if you want to get a rabbit, you can pick any of these locations. Well, you could pretty much walk out your door and find one. Anyways, and the middle pet, second I'm going to use, is Infinite Whelpling. You can find these at the Caverns of Time in Tanaris and Kalimdor. Right down here. This is the Caverns of Time. You can find a couple outside, but there are a lot in through the tunnel and in the inside of the caverns proper. He's going to use Sleeping Gas, Weakness, and Early Advantage, maybe. I forget what exactly I did, but this is the team I had the first time I figured out the strategy. Okay, now let's see. Pandaren Earth Spirit has 2 stuns he'll use right away. With Crystal Prison, with a 5-round cooldown that'll stun you. And followed by Rupture. It deals, I think, a moderate amount of elemental damage, but it has a chance to stun you. Won't always, but it could. And while he's waiting the 4 rounds to start over again, he's going to spam Stone Shot. Now, since the Stone Shot is what he's using most of the time, it deals less damage against critters like rabbits. Aha! Yeah, and as with the rest of the legendary pet tamers, they all have at least 300 speed. Good thing about rabbits is they have a predisposition to be fast. Okay, I'm going to start out with Dodge. Since it lasts for technically 2 rounds, the round you use it, and the next one. So I can dodge Crystal Prison and not Stone Shot. Crystal Prison and Rupture. And since I go first, I get an extra hit off of what Flurry can do. Now this doesn't usually last long enough. Now, what am I going to say here? I don't kill him before he starts again. But thankfully, the cooldown on Dodge lines up quite nicely with Crystal Prison and Rupture. Now, I forget which round I'm on here. Let me see the log. 1 stone shot, 2 stone shots. There, this should be the last stone shot. Now at this point you could either use burrow or dodge, because he's so low that you can actually take him out with burrow, but you won't avoid rupture. But hey, that's not important because he's dead. There you go. Next pet is Sludgy, a little purplish gray blob. It's a magic type pet with magic type abilities. Expunge has a 3-round cooldown. Creeping Ooze is an aquatic damage over time, and Ooze Touch is just a basic magic attack. I forget his attack order. I think it's Expunge, Ooze, Expunge, Creeping Ooze, then Ooze Touch. Yeah, there's Expunge. Creeping Ooze next. Yes. Now 2 rounds of Ooze Touch before he expunges again. Okay, Infinite Whelping's up next. He's going to use Weakness to start out with, because that lowers the enemy's speed, allowing me to go first. Because it's always nice to go first, isn't it? Now I want to use it this round, because next round, he's going to use Expunge, but with Weakness up, it'll do less damage. Sleeping Gas is more of a filler really, because, well, it's a dragon type attack, does more damage against magic pets. Well, I'm gonna have to leave this queue. Sleeping Gas does more damage against magic pets, and it also has the added 25% chance to put the enemy to sleep. Hey, worked. Great. Oh yeah. Well, it looks like I screwed it up, kinda. Putting an enemy to sleep with a non-wild pet opponent, that causes him to swap out. Or Darnak the Tunneler. What's he gonna do? He's gonna start out with Stone Rush. Then Burrow. Well, I may as well try and swap out for my other rabbit, Arctic Hare. Nope, looks like I was wrong. Stone Skin, then Stone Rush, then Burrow, I think. Well, Dodge is always good to start with. Now I can't do anything here. Alright, there you go. Stone Skin, Burrow, then Stone Rush. And let me see. I don't think he does anything after the first Stone Rush until Stone Skin falls off. At that point, he's just going to restart his attack pattern. So with Stone Rush coming in, I'm going to move out of the way. Now, is he going to do anything else? Oh, hang on a second. Yep, okay. It's got a 1-round cooldown, but I lost track. He did take 1 turn of doing nothing. And so, Stone Skin has fallen off. He's going to put that back up. Strange thing about Darnak is that he's a beast type, but he looks like a mouse. And he's got a mole icon. Weird. Okay, next up is Burrow. I can attack with Flurry this turn, and then dodge next turn. So I can avoid Burrow damage, but also the next round of Stone Rush. And I don't think he's going to do anything else. There you go. Ouch. Well, Stone Rush was up at that point. Very nice. Okay. Now, where were we? Sludgy, oh yes. Expunge. And then Creeping Ooze, Ooze Touch. Well, I may as well dodge. Sludgy's a little tougher to, you know, go first against, because he's got 3-3-4 speed. You might want to try out a flying pet, if you want. Okay, I'm gonna dodge the, what is it, Creeping Ooze damage over time. You know, I should have used Burrow, because I've got one hit left, really. And Burrow would have let me dealt more damage. Now, since Sludgy's just below half health, I should be able to take him out no problem with infinite whelpling. Nice timing too, because the round order is that he's come in at the same time Sludgy was first brought out. So I applied weakness, and he's going to try to expunge. If this doesn't put him to sleep. There you go, only 286. There we go. That's that. A little tricky there with the sleep pet swap. You might want to try something besides infinite whelpling, but still with a dragon type attack, you know, to avoid unexpected surprises of a pet swap. What did I get? Bandage and a loved toy. Excellent. Well, this is the last episode of defeating the Pandaren Spirit Pet Tamers. I hope you've enjoyed it and found this useful. Or entertaining, whichever. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do next. Maybe something... Oh yeah, I might do the Tanan Jungle battle pets there. There are 15 of those, so I'll have quite a bit of stuff to work on. Okay, well, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, whatever happens next time, be well, stay well, farewell. Now, before I forget, I'm going to show you a lineup I picked out that works better for Whispering Pandaren Spirit. I haven't actually tried it, but it should work out quite nicely. Well, I can show you here. I've chosen Nexus Whelpling to start with, Bonkers for the second pet, Whispertail, and Pandaren Air Spirit's gonna face off against Bucktooth Flapper. Nexus Whelpling's, you know, ability to take on flying pets deals quite nicely against Dusty. Especially with the Gold Arcane Storm Mana Surge combo. That's all I had to do, 2 buttons. Now I can deal whatever damage I want to Whispertail, while I wait to bring out Bonkers. I'm not too worried, so I'm just going to spam Tail Sweep. I'm not going to try Arcane Storm or Mana Surge when it comes up. This is working out quite nicely. Whispertail's almost dead. He's only got 1 hit left. Now I'm not keeping track of what Whispertail is doing or what he's going to do next. But hey, no problem. I'm doing fantastic so far. And Pandaren Air Spirit. Enveloping Mist, Soothing Mist, followed by Wild Winds and Slicing Wind. I'll throw up a dodge. Then Tornado Punch. And Jab. Let me see. He could put a Wild Wind at the end, but because of how the fight works, he doesn't. It missed because I had dodge up. was interesting. I was hit by wild winds even though dog was up. Okay. Pandaren Air Sphere tap dead, and I've got Bucktooth Flapper to finish the job. I'm just gonna spam Tail Slap. And being a beast type pet, it deals more damage at low health. There you go, better lineup for Whispering Pandaren Spirit. Once again, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Be well, stay well, farewell. For real this time. See ya.